Hi, hello there. Today we're going to be doing a preview of all the fall anime coming out in 2022, which is something I'm trying to do more often. I did it last season with the summer anime, and we're doing it again this season, and this season is packed as hell, so there's already just a lot to get into. So let's just get right to it, right? Okay? Yeah, let's get to it. First one we're going to get fully into, though, is Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is one that, I don't have any experience with Chainsaw Man. I don't know really what it's about, other than it's about a guy who's in debt, who has chainsaw hands and head. And that's about it. Also that it gets pretty gruesome. That's all I really know. This is one that I'm really looking forward to, because I've just heard so much about it. And the animation Mappa has previewed is insane. Mappa looks like they're going full out on this one. And Mappa going full out is a sight to see, so we'll get into that in a second. Denji has a simple dream: to live a happy and peaceful life, spending time with a girl he likes. This is a far cry from reality, however, as Denji is forced by the Yakuza into killing devils in order to pay off his crushing debts. Using his pet, Pochita, as a weapon, he's ready to do anything for a bit of cash. Unfortunately, he's outlived his usefulness and is murdered by a devil in contract with the Yakuza. Oh, wow. However, an unexpected turn of events, Pochita emerges with Denji's dead body and grants him the powers of a chainsaw devil. Now able to transform parts of his body into chainsaws, a revived Denji uses his abilities to quickly and brutally dispatch his enemies. Catching the eye of the official devil hunters who arrive at the scene, he's offered work at the Public Safety Bureau as one of them. Now with the means to face even the toughest of enemies, Denji will stop at nothing to achieve his simple teenage dreams. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I like the idea. I didn't know he's resurrected by his pet, so that's a feat. Chainsaw Man's probably the most hyped one. That's the one I've heard people raving about over and over and over again. It is by far and away the most hyped anime I have heard in a while. Like new anime that I've heard from in a while. Like, I haven't seen a build up like this. I mean, like, I didn't even see anything like this for, like, Demon Slayer or anything like that. I think Demon Slayer hit after its anime, you know? But Chainsaw Man has all this hype. Spy Family had a whole bunch of hype, but Chainsaw Man has all of this hype before it's ever even come out, just with previews and stuff. So, I'm really excited to see where it goes here. And let's watch a trailer real quick. I love the sharp teeth. I love the shark teeth he's got going on there. See, look at this animation. Like, there's a lot of detail. Beautiful water effects. People smoking in bed. That's dangerous. I love the lighting here you get, because it seems like they seem like to be doing a lot with lighting. And lighting in anime has improved by leaps and bounds over the last 5 years, if you haven't noticed. And I am really excited to see how Mappa works with it and what they do with it. So yeah, this is absolutely going to be the most hyped anime of the season. It is the one that everyone's going to have their eyes on. I'm going to have my eyes on it too. You're almost definitely going to see me talking about this one as it goes on, because whether I like it or not, you know, I'm going to need to have an opinion on it because I'm an anime reviewer. So that just is what it is. But as a fan of anime, I'm just genuinely excited to see where this goes. So, yeah, Chainsaw Man. All right. So, one thing I'm going to do really quickly, let's talk about My Hero. It's one of those ones that feels like it's just kind of faded for me over time, you know? Like, I really enjoyed it at its beginning. And, it's one of those ones that keep coming back to it, and I'm like, yeah, they're still doing things. I'm not sure what I'm getting out of this, you know, because like there was a first part of a season that was basically all a training arc, like them in class, and I hated that. Like, it was episode after episode of these different teams fighting, and like they kept the fights going at a decent pace, but there was so many of them, and it just felt like it dragged. I'm interested to see what they do. I like a lot of the villain stuff that they've been doing, and I need to get back into My Hero Academia, but it's one of the ones I've kind of put on the back burner for myself. If you know My Hero Academia, you're gonna love it, you're gonna want to watch it. If you don't, then, I don't know, start with season 1, it's pretty good, but, I mean, there are, there are anime out there that I think are more important to watch, especially shonen anime. Like if you haven't seen Demon Slayers, you should probably go. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'd probably recommend also before My Hero. But anyway, Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. Mob Psycho it's one of the best anime out there, right? It is, in my opinion, one of the best modern anime. From its animation being so incredibly unique, Bones does an incredible job just making these kind of weird designed characters and giving them kind of a gag anime style, but also at times making it really serious. There's such a mix in there, the colors they use, the different kinds of mixed media they add in. There's so much that goes into Bones' animation from Mob Psycho 100 in Seasons 1 and Season 2. Like in Season 1, there was some immaculate work. In Season 2, they stepped it up a whole level higher. Season 2 of Mob Psycho is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite Season 2s of an anime in a very long time. It's so beautiful. I love this series. I'm so beyond hyped for Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. This is my must watch. This is my must watch for myself. And if you are not at Season 3 of Mob Psycho 100, then your must watch of the season is Mob Psycho 100 Season 1 and 2 until you can get to 3. Watch it. It's exceptional. If you like One Punch Man, but you wanted something a little deeper, I feel like this is deeper. I feel like this is more. And I'm excited to see where it goes. We're going to watch a preview for it, even though I've seen it a few different times here. I love the music for Mob Psycho. It's so good. Hold on. Right there. When this is going to be a GIF for me. Whenever this comes out, and when actually it's in the actual show, that's going to be a GIF. This is going to be a GIF. It's they're running it so stupid. Even if you don't like shonen anime, if you don't like action anime, it doesn't matter. I think you're going to get so much out of this. Because it's not really all about its action. Its action's exceptional, but yeah. Also, yeah, Tumblr Sexy Man #2 is in it. That's right. Reigen Arataka, the biggest slime ball in the entire anime world. I love him. I love him so much. And he's such a grifter. But the way Bones animates him, they make him so sexy. It's so crazy. I love it. I love it so much. They stay faithful to the original art, which is insane because the original art is so rough, right? But they get it through, they make it work. And the thing that one does so well is, even though their art style is rough, they are so good at making relatable, understandable, lovable characters, and they knock it out of the park over and over again. I love it so much. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to this, though, I tweeted about this a little earlier today, but there is a problem, and that is Crunchyroll. They're recasting the dub role for Mob, and they're probably going to be recasting a few of the roles for Mob because of disputes with the voice actors. Because unlike previous times, they are not going SAG-AFTRA with this, which means it's going to be a non-union production. Which, I mean, the voice actor for Mob, I watched a video from earlier today. He said it's okay, that if it's not union. I want it to be union, but it's okay if it's not. But at least but the least you need to do, Crunchyroll, is sit down and talk to SAG-AFTRA and try to work something out. You need to at least talk to them. Didn't make them promise anything. Just said he has to talk to them. Refuse to even do that. They refuse to even talk to the union. That's really troubling for me. I'm really fucking troubled by this. Fuck Crunchyroll for this. This is what's the problem, right? This is what's the problem with having giant conglomerates controlling almost all of anime. Fuck Crunchyroll. Fuck the Funimation merger. I hate this. This is one of the most infuriating things for me here. If this keeps happening in the voice acting industry, we should all be incredibly, incredibly worried. Anyway. That's my little rant on that. Spy Family! Spy Family Part 1 was fun. It's such a fun time. It is a weird little series that just does what it does. It is funny, it is action-packed, it is gorgeous, and I'm really excited for the second part of it here. I do a full review on Spy Family. If you want to watch my full review on that, there should be a little thing on screen right now, so you need to click on if you're watching on YouTube. All right, so we're going to talk about Spy Family Part 2 a little bit more, but I also have a special guest. Yume is here. Yume Suki, how's it going? I'm going to do a little thing. Hi. Hello, Yum Yam. How are you?
I am Yumesugi.
Yeah, hello.
I am well.
That's good.
I love anime.
Oh my god.
I love anime. That's my only personality trait.
That's your only one?
Yeah, that's my only one.
All right. Did you watch? You watched Spy Family, right?
Yes, all of it.
What did you think of Spy
As
Family?
soon as the episodes came out.
Yeah.
I loved it, but I felt like it was bound to be good just on the premise alone, regardless of what they did with it. They would have had to try really hard to mess it up, I think.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for more. Yeah,
it's one of those anime that it's also just really pretty. Like it's a really like Clover. It's a co-production between Cloverworks and Wit Studios, and those two studios have so far worked perfectly together. Like Cloverworks brings the cuteness that you always want, and then Wit Studios animation, their action's still crazy. Like I think most of the action-filled episodes are still done by Wit, and their action's insane. I love what they do. I love their work. But yeah, I'm really excited for more of Spy Family for this one. I think it's gonna do pretty well. Uzaki-Chan wants to hang out double. I didn't think that Uzaki-Chan would get a second season. This seemed like one of those anime that you only get one season of. Like
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, you never got a second season of an anime like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, you know? I think if Nozaki doesn't get a second season, why does this get a second season? I don't know. I haven't seen Uzaki, so I'm not judging it that hard. I just don't really know what the hype around it is. Have you seen Uzaki?
I have seen it, and the reason there's another season is because the manga's been really big for a long time, and also it's almost done probably, so it's one of those shows that I think they'll be able to do a full anime adaptation for, which rarely happens nowadays.
Is it so they're almost through the series? Are they almost through the series, you're saying? Like the anime adaptation's already gone through most of the manga, or
the manga feels like it's going to come to an end soon, which I think is building hype for the anime.
Okay.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I get that. All right, so Yume had to leave due to poor network connection, but yeah, Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. I'm sure people who are into this are going to be into it. I'm not going to watch a trailer for this one. I watched some of it, thought it was an okay anime. Yeah, it seems okay. I don't know. It seems like another version of Takagi, which I'm just not super interested. I need to watch the rest of Takagi season 3. Anyway. All right, next we're going to talk about To Your Eternity Season 2. To Your Eternity Season 1's incredible. If you haven't seen it, it's one of my favorite anime from last year. Absolutely check it out. I'm really excited to see what they do here in To Your Eternity Season 2. It is a beautiful series it's really good at just getting you hooked into these characters really quickly. It is one of the most beautiful, bittersweet anime out there because there's so many tragic elements for you. It's gonna make you feel things, you know? And it's done by one of my favorite mangakas out there, the mangaka that did A Silent Voice. They're exceptional. She does incredible work. Her name's Yoshitoki Oima, so, you know, check out her work. I'm really excited for To Your Eternity Season 2. Keep an eye out for this anime. I think it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for this series. I think this is one of the best anime in a very, very long time, and I highly recommend people check it out. So season 2's coming. I believe it's done by the same studio. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It is one of the most it's one of those anime that just hits all the beats you need it to, you know, especially if you're looking for something that is a drama, right? It is unique in a lot of ways where its action and its story and its set pieces just are not like anything you've probably seen before. Like, it kind of has elements that make you feel of Princess Mononoke, right? Because it's set in this kind of like older feudal era for a lot of it, but also it changes its location a lot, and the characters you get always change, and the thing that doesn't change is your ability to connect, grow, and love the characters that are put on screen, even if you know this is a tragic show and things could happen. But it's a show that constantly surprises me, and I'm excited to see what they do next. So this is one of my must-watches. I'm excited for this. Now we get to one where I reveal that I have never seen Bleach. Never seen a single episode of Bleach. I've watched like half an episode on Toonami, but that was it. I don't even remember anything that happened in it. I know people love Bleach. I know it is one of the top anime for like the era that I grew up in. But I watched Naruto, and then I a little later watched One Piece, and I caught up on One Piece, and I never went back to watch Bleach. So there's more Bleach coming, This has been actually licensed by Disney Plus. Disney Plus got the license for this, and I'm really interested to see what Disney does with this, right? Because Disney Plus also has the license for distribution of Summertime Render, and famously, they just haven't distributed it into our region. So since they have Bleach, I wonder what they're going to do with Bleach. I feel like not good things. I feel like they're just not going to release it in our region, but we don't know. Maybe it goes on Hulu? I think that would make the most sense. Like, but why isn't Summertime Render on Hulu? Like, why is it? I don't know. We'll see what goes on here. Let's look at the animation trailer though, because I want to see what the animation of this looks like. Bleach's final arc. What is this music? I love this music. Oh, that genuinely made me smile. I love the music for that a whole bunch. That's so good. All right, so yeah, that's Bleach. I, again, haven't watched Bleach. I'm happy for people who want it. I'm really interested. The thing with Bleach is because I haven't watched it, because I'm not going to be watching this, because I don't want to watch the billions of episodes to get to this point. I'm really just interested to see what Disney Plus does. If they actually put this out on Disney Plus, if they put this on Hulu, or if they don't put it out at all. I'm kind of baffled by Disney's moves recently, so we'll see what they do. Okay, this is one that I have no clue what this show is. I have not heard anything about this one. The Eminence in Shadow. Great heroes and diabolical villains are the types of characters that people long to be, but not Sid Kagenuo? Sid Kagenuo. He longs to become the true mastermind behind it all, pulling the strings and having his machinations drive the entire story. In his previous life in modern-day Japan, oh no, it's an isekai. He was not able to achieve his goals. Wow, I'm shocked. But now, reborn into a world of magic, he will show the true eminence of Shadow. As Sid pretends to just be another average mob character, he recruits members of his fake organization, Shadow Garden, aimed to take down the mysterious cult who lurks in the shadows. With plenty of ad-libs, Sid leads his fake organization against the foul, yet surprisingly real, Diablo's cult. Interesting. Of course, it's an isekai. That doesn't mean I'm gonna hate it, but let's see. Okay, this is I'm gonna pause this here. This actually already looks interesting because it's an isekai world, but it's not medieval. It's 1800s kind of world. That's a steampunk kind of thing. Okay, that's different. The only thing I got from this trailer is, hold on, this is the most I got from this trailer. This is the only thing that tells me anything about this series that sets it apart and makes it interesting for me. It's just this one quick image of it being a more isekai. It's an isekai world, I guess, but like it seems 1800s. It's very 3D animated, so I'm kind of worried about the animation quality here. But I mean, I'll give it a couple episodes. You know, what's it called again? The Eminence in Shadow. The Eminence in Shadow. I think it's worth a try. I think it's worth a couple episodes because it seems to be an isekai, a reincarnation isekai. But at least the beginning of it seems a little different, so give it a check out. All right, Blue Lock. This is a sports anime. I know I'm not gonna be interested in it. I don't care about soccer. I'm sorry, I don't. If I don't care about a sport, I'm not gonna care about an anime about that sport. This is just not gonna happen. So actually, one of the things that I'm really interested in is this anime here. It's the remake of Urusei Yatsura. Yatsura. I've seen the preview for this anime already. This is a remake of a classic anime done by the same creator as Inuyasha and Ranma 1/2. This is one of those anime you've probably seen images of, but may not have watched yourself, just like I have. I never really watched this before. But they're doing a remake of it. It's done by David Productions, same people who did JoJo's. And so I want to show you the trailer for this here, because the trailer is the biggest thing that's really, you know, driving me to want to see this. Let's see. I think this is it. Let's watch this. Look at this animation. This animation looks wild. And it looks really cute too. Look at the colors. They're really trying to capture that retro style really well. The old-fashioned hair too. I'm really interested to see how this does. Look at the coloring on the hair. This is one I'm really interested in. I'm really interested to see how this does. This style looks really beautiful. This is one of those remakes where they're trying to update the animation, bring new different forms of animation into it, and I'm really interested in this one. This is one I'm going to be watching. I know I'm going to be watching this because I'm really excited to see what they do with the animation here. Yeah, this is one, you may not know anything about the story. I don't know anything about the story. I'm going to read it in a second here. I don't know much about this story, but I'm excited to see it go. I'm excited to see what they bring out of it here because the animation is incredibly promising. David Production does a great job. If you're a JoJo fan, you know they do some great work. I'm interested to see how they bring this old classic back to life. Not much is notable about the lecherous Atsura Moroboshi, but his extraordinary bad luck sticks out like horns in an alien's head. When Earth is threatened by a fleet of alien invaders known as the Oni, Ataru is selected to represent humanity in a duel against one of them. It's a stroke of rare luck for Ataru that the duel is in fact a game of tag, and that his opponent is Lum, daughter of the Oni's leader, who places her personal dignity above victory, as Ataru finds out by seizing Lum's bikini top, and with it, victory. However, misfortune kicks in again as Lum mistakes Ataru's promise to marry his girlfriend, Shinobu Miyake, as his desire to wed Lum herself, and decides she rather likes the idea. Wielding her influence as an alien princess, she moves in with him. Forced to deal with the consequences of his womanizing ways, Ataru must balance his crumbling relationship with Shinobu while keeping Lum happy, all the while flirting with every woman he meets. Oh my god, so he's a total scumbag. I am really excited to see what happens with this. I'm really excited with this one. This seems really different. I never knew that's the premise of this show. I knew it was an alien who came down from Earth. I didn't know about that. I'm excited for this. If you listen to that here and you're not excited, you know, I know it may not be for you. There's some really weird things about this here, of course, about him being a pervert, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway, moving on. Welcome to Demon School Urumi-kun third season. I don't know what this show is, and there's no trailer for it, so we're not gonna get really into this here. I guess if you like the first 2 seasons of this, then you'll like this, but I've never heard of it before, so I don't know. Alright, cool. Alright, so this is the last on my really hype list for myself personally, Golden Kamuy Season 4. I love Golden Kamuy. It is one of my favorite anime out there because it's very different. It's historical, but it's not in like the far off past. It's not in the age of samurai. It's in the age of Imperial Japan. This is right after the Sino-Japanese War. It's a very interesting time in Japan's history because it's gone from being a modernizing, older, secluded country to being an imperial force that just defeated Russia, which is a Western power, which the West freaked out about that, let me tell you. But I am really interested to see this show because it's been incredibly interesting so far. Golden Kamuy does a lot with the original indigenous population of Hokkaido, which is the Ainu people, which before I watched Golden Kamuy, I didn't really know anything about. You know, it's one of the weird things with Japan. There is a lot of indigenous tribes that don't actually identify as being the main type of Japanese, right? It's kind of like in China, you have Han Chinese, and you have different kinds of subgroups of different people who don't look Han Chinese, you know, don't look like the Chinese that you bring up here. It's the same kind of thing happens in Japan, except, you know, it's a few islands. But with the Ainu people, it's a lot about their colonization and the erasure of Ainu culture in Hokkaido as Japan colonizes the entire area. And it takes the place of a former imperial soldier, and a lot of imperial soldiers in this, and it does deal with Japan's colonization and kind of calls that out, which is so rare for a historical thing for Japan to do. And it also does a whole bunch of things with different kinds of Russians, different kinds of history in the early 1900s. It's crazy, it's wild, it's hilarious. It's kind of like a Coen Brothers movie if it was an anime. It's one of the things that it can be serious one moment, hilarious the next. It is seriously hilarious. It's one of my favorite anime. I highly recommend this one. I'm super excited for season 4. If you haven't already, go watch the first 3 seasons. It's one of my favorite anime. I think you'll love it a whole bunch. But yeah, Golden Kamuy Season 4. Let's watch the trailer for this one real quick here. There's always a lot of culture you learn from this show. Like, you learn a lot about different kinds of Japanese culture you never see in anime. Ooh, I like that song. It has a lot of characters who are very morally gray or just outright bad people who are your main characters. And I think that's really fascinating. And it works with that here, and it acknowledges that they're bad people, you know? And that's kind of a point of it, you know? It's about a treasure hunt occurring in Hokkaido with maps on the back that are tattooed on the back of all these different inmates. And all the people who are hunting for it, most of them are horrible people. I'm just really interested to see where it goes. So, this is one entirely on my list. I highly recommend it. Go check out Golden Kamuy Season 4. Now, with the ending of that here, past this, we have a whole bunch of anime that I haven't really heard much about. We're going to look at which ones seem interesting, but I'm not promising that we're going to go over every single one of them. Pop Team Epic is one I'm definitely going to mention here. Pop Team Epic's getting a Season 2. I know people love Pop Team Epic Season 1. I actually never watched it. I'm going to be real. I had the opportunity to. I know it's not very long. It didn't really feel like my thing. There's some really quick snippets I've seen from it that seem pretty funny, but this seems like a chaotic short series that if you didn't know, Pop Team Epic Season 2 is coming. But we're going to look at what shows stick out to me here. There's another Gundam series coming out. Bocchi the Rock. I don't know what this is. Slice of Life. Handsome Guys. Comedy romance. Ecchi. We're not talking about any ecchi anime. Not here. Not today. I don't know what this is, but if this isn't ecchi, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? We got some idol anime. Eternal Boys. I guess this is another idol anime. And then we're just getting into some more kids anime. And some OVAs. Oh! Tiger and Bunny's Part 2, Season 2 Part 2 is coming out. I didn't know they were doing a Part 2. I love Tiger and Bunny Season 1. Season 2 Part 1 kind of disappointed me. It's a little weird. I'm interested to see what they do in Tiger and Bunny Season 2 Part 2. But if you haven't seen Tiger and Bunny, I recommend Tiger and Bunny, actually. It's a little outdated with its animation, but I think its characters, especially Tiger, are really interesting. So, give it a try. It's on Netflix, so, you know. After reincarnating into a dummy head microphone, the protagonist gets involved in the lives of high school girls who do ASMR. The comedic anime will follow these high schoolers as they aim for ASMR Koshin. It's also a girls' love anime, is what I saw here. Genre girls' love. So this is a girls' love anime about someone who's been isekai'd to becoming a dummy head microphone? What? I might watch an episode of this just because this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what are you telling me here? All right, so that's one to keep on your radar, I guess. This one seems interesting. The hero, Tensei Shitara Ken Deshita, differs from your standard otherworldly protagonist in that he is reincarnated as a sword, beginning his quest by spawning in the middle of a beast-ridden forest. He encounters an injured girl frantically fleeing for her life, saving her from her assailants. The pair acquaint themselves, and the girl introduces herself as Fran. She bears a heavy past, having endured the enslavement and maltreatment of the tribe of Black Cats, of her tribe, the Black Cats. As the hero is unable to remember the name of his past life, the young and tenacious Fran bestows him the name Shiso and becomes his wielder. Thereafter, Shiso and Fran become a formidable team, embarking on quests to liberate the oppressed and exact justice. Interesting. He's a living sword. He breaks diamonds. Oh no! They fly. They kill creatures. So the one thing I'll say about this already is I don't trust anime that have cute little girl main characters. Like Spy Family's one where it works, you know, but like most of the time you see that in anime, that sets off alarm bells for me. It's rare that it does turn out well, but maybe this is one of them. There's a problem with you see these isekai that have crazy premises, right? They have insane premises. They're like, wow, what's that? And you actually get into it, and it just ends up being pretty similar to every other isekai at the end of things, you know? But yeah, that's Tensei Shitara Ken Deshita. The anime adaptation of a spin-off manga that stars the black silhouetted criminal that appears in Detective Shonen representing the mysterious culprits. That's strange. What a strange premise. I think that's probably the only anime I'm super interested in. Past here, it gets into a lot of slice of life stuff that, if that's your jam, that's your jam, but it's not really mine. So the main point here is that the front end of this season is jam-packed. We have Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, Spy Family Part 2, there's so many numbers, My Hero Academia Season 6, Bleach, for people who like Bleach, To Your Eternity Season 2, fucking Uzaki-Chan if you're into Uzaki-Chan, Urusei Yatsura for a nice classic remake anime, which looks incredible, and Golden Kamuy Season 4. These are all the anime I'm super excited about. If you have any other ones, let me know, but I don't know. The other anime just feels like it's gonna get left behind. There's so many already that are must-watches for me. I can't imagine myself going and watching some of these other ones. I'm gonna be really real with all of you. Like, The Eminence in Shadow looks interesting just because it's an isekai show that looks like it's set in the 1800s. So we'll see. This one, Urusei Yatsura is definitely one I'm going to be watching. I have to watch this. I love its design so much, and I want to see, because I think this could be a really good sign for remakes going forward in anime. And then past that, you have a bunch of slice of life stuff that I think is just going to get left behind. You know, Gundam, of course, there's Gundam also. But I think a lot of this other slice of life stuff is going to be really forgotten about. I'm going to be real. Because, like, there's so much packed into this season. So, you're really spoiled for choice. But that's my rundown of the anime of this season that I'm excited for. Thank you all for coming out to this video. This was a part of my live stream over here on twitch.tv/coldcomplaints, where I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to come see me here at 7 p.m. PST, then I'm always going to be here. We talk about anime. We do with other things here. And yeah, I'm really excited for these anime here. You're going to see what I'm going to cover in the future. But Mob Psycho is going to be one of them. Spy Family, probably going to do a little bit of an update on it. And oh my god, To Your Eternity. It's going to be my opportunity to talk about To Your Eternity. I'm so... that's definitely getting a video. That's definitely getting a video. So is Chainsaw Man. So keep an eye out for that. I hope you have a great day, a great night, or whatever it is you're having. And stay rad. Okay, goodbye now. Goodbye.